Now, this is some more data. This is the same person. This time we're looking at natural killer cells. And basically what you see is similar responses, that when you breathe in oxygen while you're exercising, there's a dramatic increase in these natural killer cells. And one of the ways that exercise protects us against getting cancer and actually helps us to fight cancer if we already have cancer cells in our body is through these NK cells. And so the main comparison here is take a look at when there's just regular room air that someone is breathing in, the natural killer cells got to 950. But when someone's breathing in oxygen and doing the same exercise protocol, the natural killer cells get up to over 2,000, so it's 2225 exact. That's a big difference. And again, remember that difference, so 2225 minus 950, that number would be times 27,000. So that's a huge increase in natural killer cells in circulation that can go and fight cancer cells. So far, that initial data was on someone with no cancer, and essentially what we started to realize is that we started noticing that the exercise while breathing oxygen was having a significant effect for helping people fight cancer. But we were wondering, like, how is it doing this? We know the different immune cells were increasing, but what else is going on? And so we have a unique case here. This was an 88-year-old female. She had lymphoma. And on paper, her lymphoma was a type of cancer that should have been easy to treat. She saw some physicians. They gave her some chemotherapy. It wiped out the lymphoma. And it came back in about 3 months. They did it again. And basically, every time she was treated with chemotherapy, the immune system, or rather the lymphoma would disappear. But then at some point afterwards, it would come back. And so her doctor said, look, there's something going on here that doesn't make any sense, like why it keeps coming back when it disappears so quickly. So they had referred her to our center to basically do some further testing. And I did some testing on her where we looked at the microbiome in her blood, while we looked at all these other immune parameters. And what we found is that she had bacteria from spiders in her blood. And so we did this exercise with oxygen protocol. And what we noticed is one 15-minute treatment with breathing oxygen while she's exercising. We found that the bacteria were eliminated. And simultaneously what we found is that her cytotoxic T lymphocytes and her natural killer cells increased substantially. So what we learned from this is that as the immune system increases, so these are basically immune counts increasing the blood, they appear to eliminate all kinds of pathogens that are also in the blood. And the result of that eliminating the pathogens is that now her lymphoma disappeared. She's not had lymphoma ever since. So what we think happened is that somehow the bacteria were involved in causing the lymphoma, and by eliminating the bacteria, we eliminated a vector that caused the cancer cells to form. Now, this requires more mechanistic type of testing to really confirm that, but the main outcome that everyone should take away from this slide is that she doesn't have lymphoma anymore, and her immune system is much stronger. And by the way, she doesn't have the spider bacteria anymore. So